guys. Sick. All right. What's up, everybody? I'm MrGlasco. This is MrGlasco TV. It is Tuesday, February 18th, 2020, and we're gonna play some more Oxygen Not Included on the PC because I didn't pick up my GPU today. So even when I try to do an Amazon Dropbox pickup, only because they require a signature, and I'm never here. There's like a hour window, hour and a half window where I'm not at home because I'm either picking up the kids or whatever. They always deliver it within that hour and a half. I feel like sometimes UPS, USPS, and even the Amazon delivery people that are contracted out, I feel like they work like Santa Claus, and they get every single delivery that they need to do in the day within an hour and a half during the day. They're in the warehouse and they're just chilling, or they leave and they just sit in the parking lot, and then there's an hour and a half and they just hustle all around because the distribution center was in the same city where the Dropbox is. Literally just drop it in the Dropbox. But of course I just took the kids home. I said I could hang out by the Dropbox and wait for it. Took the kids home. Hour and a half later, boom, delivered. So there's no winning for me in this. I can't meet the delivery people on the same day, on the day that they deliver. It's just not possible. I'm accepting this now. But should have it tomorrow, and maybe we'll play something to test the 2080 Ti that's coming. But for now, we shall play. We shall playeth on it the 1080 Ti. Let's switch the audio here. And as I stated in the description of this video, full disclosure, I did actually keep playing after last night's stream. I'm still feeling a little under the weather. So I got my tea here. I'm all bundled up nice and cozy with my hoodie, even though I got a sweater under here. So I've been having some headaches, and I don't think I'm sick. I don't know. Been having some. I don't really get migraines, but maybe I'm getting old. I always felt like migraines was an old people thing, but I'm old, so maybe that's what's happening. So yeah, got my tea, cozy, and yeah, last night after I stopped the stream, I just kind of kept tinkering around, and I felt like that. I was like that last night in general. I was just like zoned out, just messing around as opposed to hanging out. But I mean, if you guys want to hang out and just chill, that's fine too. So we're all having a good time, I hope. Cycle 49. I don't even remember what cycle. I can look it up actually. What cycle? This is gonna be exposed. I'm gonna be exposed here. Exposing myself. Cycle. What is this? Cycle 29. What? Okay. I think I played it on fast forward a lot then. That has to be it. I left you guys last night on cycle 29, and I'm at 49. So I played a whole 20 extra cycles, trying to configure my power and oxygen solution here. And I don't remember. I also don't think I had this. This is my polluted water tank that has, I have a functioning bathrooms now. I just need to do the sink. I should get this. Is this a hospital? Where's rooms? What? Hospital. Medical equipment. Toilet. Mess table. Industrial. 12. It's 12, right? I don't even think all this stuff can fit inside 12, so I feel like this doesn't count. This doesn't count as a restroom, so we gotta deconstruct that. Oh wait. No, cancel! Man, I probably should still deconstruct it. Because it's so... It should be modernized. What's up, Alex? Welcome back. I'm still here. We're still sitting on 8 replicants. We're just sitting on 8 replicants until we can stabilize the base. I don't remember if you remember my oxygen situation before, but oxygen is now primed. If anything, oxygen is such as it, or the pressure in general is so high that right here you can see the gas pressure here is too high and it can't come out this end. So it has to come out over here. And that's going to be an issue because if we can't pump fresh oxygen, it's just going to keep getting polluted, or I don't know. I don't know what happens if this gets too clogged. Then it's going to feed oxygen into the hydrogen generator, which will then damage it. And then I don't know if you remember the configuration I had last time, but basically this is what I came up with. I gave this plenty of space for separation of hydrogen and oxygen, and then I even mirrored it on this side, or I'm building this one out still, but I plan on having 2. One right now is actually doing pretty good, so I feel like it's time to expand battery and storage. That's my primary objective. They've cleaned up very nicely. We have a pet thingamajig here that we got from passing on a replicant. What do you even do? I assume you'd be good, otherwise why would they send it as a care package, right? Do you give they bury seeds in the ground wherever they can find a suitable area. So did he bury this one? Is this his doing? Because I have a farm for that. What are you doing in there? Don't go in there. Oh god, is it covered in germs now? Oh. Wouldn't that be like if this crawled in there, grabbed a bunch of germs, and it just carries it into the base? That would just be the worst. Be like, no, contaminated. How'd I make such a big underground base in one day? So this is a continuation of yesterday, and I did 20 more cycles. I was at like 29, now I'm at 49. But you can see I'm just sitting pretty at 8. We are a bit low on copper ore. If I had to pick a resource that we're going to run low on, it's that. And we need to find... Oh, look at this. It's a security door to nowhere. We need to stabilize the base and enable us to go out probably in an exosuit so we don't catch any of these germs. So then we need to also build a kind of airlock. And this is one thing that I've been looking forward to, because it's a tricky thing to try to build an airlock. And basically what an airlock would do is it would clean you of, I mean, obviously it would clean you of the things, but there's different ways that people do it. There's no kind of find in here airlock and plop it down, right? There's a suit scrubber, I believe, that scrubs the germs from your suit. But there's no airlock. You have to manually make, like, I'd have to make a room here, have someone go in it, maybe pump it full of chlorine to kill all the germs, then pump out the chlorine, and then have him... It'd probably be like a 2-room situation. It'd be like a chlorine room that pumps it in, pumps it out, maybe pumps in a vacuum. Then they go into this room pumps in oxygen, they put the suit in the cleaning rack, and then they go along their way. They wash their hands before entering, you know, a whole process, a whole 9 yards like that. But you have to kind of realize it yourself. I haven't really looked into how people have done it themselves. What else? I should probably still destroy that, because we're basically not using this anymore. Because once we get rid of all these outhouses. What does coffee cup say? It says big cups get more sugar. And it is like a big, like it's the size of my, it's a pretty big cup. Because I always feel like the little, like regular coffee cups and teacups, I don't even get the point of teacups. But like regular coffee cups, I feel like are too small. Okay. All right. And I think I've upgraded to get. So we have an ore scrubber also that we can do. Drywall prevents gas and liquid loss in space. Was an insulating background while building buildings. Yeah, we're not there yet. Should actually look at this stuff. Exosuit Forge. Forge is protective exosuit for duplicates to wear. Duplicates will not fabricate items unless recipes are queued. What am I drinking? Tea. Just Lipton tea. Farm. I should put this down here. It can fit here. And greenhouse required maximum 96. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, the door would actually go here, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And another door here. 1, 2. 8. 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. And then 8. 8 times 2, 16 plus 1 plus 24. That's 41. If we isolate this, like if we make this a ladder here, or even the ladder, can we make this whole area a greenhouse? I don't think so. I should replace these two. Or I could do this. I can do oh yeah, that's the thing. I need let's do this. Door here. Door here. Deconstruct, uproot. We're gonna see if we can turn this into one giant greenhouse. And then just call it a day. I have this oxygen creating plant, but I kind of don't need it. Pick it all up. They've been peeing down here so much. Oh my god. Well, before I had my bathrooms up and running, I just see yellow just coming down all in here. It's madness. Can you guys... Do I not have a place to put this? Okay. Food. Let me uproot this too. This oxygen plant. It's converting carbon dioxide to oxygen. Where should it go? I guess it can go in here. We'll just keep it for now. Get out of here, Pip! Yeah, so I gotta destroy basically all of this. Oh god. Let's deconstruct all that. Deconstruct that. Yes. These guys have got it made. Got this system here. But the thing is, this is good for our oxygen creation and power. The downside to it is it produces heat. It produces heat. That heat then, when it comes out of these vents, technically are a little warm. So it could eventually heat up the entire base. It's draining our water supply. We have a couple reservoirs here, so we're kind of good on water. Especially if we could clean our polluted water and recycle it. Should be good. Also, this is the big one here. We have a steam vent. So if we can siphon the water from here, we basically have unlimited water. So we kind of don't have to worry about that. But there's the heat, and it's kind of it. And I guess, like I was saying before, the air pressure could keep building. And then even if this is producing good oxygen, if there's too much air pressure in the base, then it won't have anywhere to go. But I don't know how you destroy gas. We need somewhere to consume it, or to basically depressurize our base. I don't know of any. There's probably something. There's something for everything here. I guess we could put them in canisters. Like use gas filters to like filter out specific gases and put them into canisters to depressurize. I feel like that's maybe an overkill. The easiest way is to just expand, find lower pressure areas, maybe in areas that are considered vacuums. Doesn't seem like we have any vacuums. Yeah. Mana. Actually, this should be... Hey, you guys pick up this crap before it gets stuck down there forever. And they're generally happy. I don't know what this guy's problem. I don't know what Devin's issue is. He seems a little stressed. We gotta cook. I think I did that offline. Okay. I deconstructed this, we needed this. Construct this. Mealwood there. Planter here. Let's see, what do we need? The farming thing. Farming station. Mealwood there. Did I not say mealwood here? So once this room is contained, this area should be considered a farm and produce faster. What else? You're watching me on my Xbox while playing 3DS. Awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the companionship. What are you playing? Power station, jukebox. So I'm kind of just moving through all of these at once. Because if I try to focus down on one thing, I'll tunnel vision and neglect everything else. So this is probably important. So this will get clean water from polluted water. We probably should do that. I tried the whole mobile gaming thing. I couldn't do it. I have a PSP. But I don't have any time. Couldn't find the time. Technically, the PSP was the first system where I would where I experienced like a Monster Hunter style game, but it was like with demons instead of monsters. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Nice. Yeah, one day I'll get a Nintendo and I'll stream a Nintendo game. I have to. That's where it all started. I'm Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, Super Mario, Duck Hunt. That's what started the whole shebang. So these animals are trapped in here now, essentially, unless they can squeeze out once. But I don't think I'm mad at that, because this guy, he'll plant the seeds, and this is a farm, so even though they kind of regrow anyways, this thing will produce phosphorus. What does it eat though? Phosphorite. It eats mealwood. So I basically have him in a place where he's free to kind of eat some of our stock, provided, you know, we have enough to supply 8, which I feel like we have plenty. What else? What else should we do? I guess we could focus on a room. Jacob Saint coming in with the raid on Twitch. Appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome, Jacob. And viewers. Playing some Oxygen Not Included. It's been a while since I played it, and I just started it up yesterday. We're already 50 cycles in. We got a stable-ish base. I kind of have a dual oxygen, hydrogen, oxygen supply and power supply system going here, supplemented by this on a priority 4, so they can be busier doing other things. And it has another half of it ready to go online. The only thing is, if I put this online, I feel like number 1, we'll have too much power we don't have the batteries for. Number 2, air pressure. Oh, what Nintendo? I'll probably get the latest one that comes out. So I'll probably get, if I get the next Nintendo system I'll get will probably be a Switch. If not, you know, Switch 2. So this is now a greenhouse. So greenhouse will give us, it'll increase their growth speed in general. So that's a good stable. Don't have too many rooms. Why isn't this a hospital? Oh, because I took out the bathroom. Right. Let's put a bathroom here, which means it'll need piping for that, and then piping for that. Okay. Me, sir, was playing Oni myself and rating in people in the same game. Yeah, we're holding off on killing dupes by not accepting more right now. We just have the 8. But you have a good night. Appreciate the raid. Speaking of murder and mayhem, thanks for the follow also. Appreciate it, guys. What should we do now? Okay, we kind of need a storage solution. It's kind of out of control. We got everything full here and then all this crap on the ground. We don't have any monster, like critters running around eating it, so that's good at least. Let me think. Where should storage go? I could put storage. I can make this whole thing right here storage. Just do it. Get it done. Ah. Do it to it. And storage. Yes. And then maybe replace these? No, that'll be too. We gotta kind of just gotta take the L here. We can't move these because I don't know what happens when you try to move these. Does it destroy everything inside or does it make everything explode outward? I don't know. Oh no. How's oxygen getting in here? Dang it. I think I don't have these calibrated. Or 1,200 grams pressure before this turns on to pump hydrogen. There should be plenty of pressure to push oxygen down and not have it sucked up. And then this one should be turning on more often. But the thing about that pressure, if you calibrate these pressure thresholds at about 1,100, 1,200 range, it starts to get to the point where this is at max pressure, so it won't even work anymore. So it won't even increase the pressure. So I don't even know what to do here. It's obviously reaching that point where it can suck it. Giggity. And it's still getting oxygen. Come on, bro. It's gonna damage this and it's gonna waste copper. What did I just hear? Nothing. This is at 800 grams, so it's always kind of on-ish. Do I lower this even further? Let's go to 700 here. Because pumping hydrogen into the base and stuff, I guess, won't be a negative as opposed to pumping oxygen to this. I don't know how this could be getting oxygen. We'll try this calibration. 700 down here, 1,200 up here. There should be no oxygen. Yes. The only other thing I can do is just keep making this higher, I guess. Or even make a filter. Oh man. But that's just, I feel like a waste of power to have a filter, because filters have to be powered. I can have a filter and completely close off this room, basically. Completely close off this room. Well, and then have a filter pumping only hydrogen into this room. But if it can happen naturally through separation, you know, hydrogen being lighter and oxygen, that's ideal. Anywho, storage is underway. I should probably do this. Because it's starting to go into our water. Like Majora's Mask. I've never played it. I want to. I've seen speedruns of it. Dang it. Or did it just get damaged again? Man, I could probably spend forever trying to fine tune that. But at the end of the day, I might just put a filter on it and just call it like whatever. Fine, filter. What does my mug say? It says big cups get more sugar. And then this side says it's sugar. No, you know you want it. And it has I guess a brand of sugar. I'm guessing that's what that is. Diabetes. So I need to close this off. However, if someone gets down here, they'll be trapped. But they shouldn't be going down there. I guess I could put a door here? Why are you guys dropping? I could put a door sideways. How do you rotate? Oh. I always forget that you can put doors in that orientation. But of course it's a double wide, so... 15 packs of sugar to your coffee. Yeah, I'm not great with sugar either. I drink tons of soda. We still have like our scoops for like baby formula, and I do 4 of those. I don't know how many spoons that is. Okay, focus. We're trying to decide. I'm trying to decide what to do with our water, our reservoir here. Because this is the lowest point. How did you lose power? Oh, there is no more power. Is this not producing enough power? Oh no. Huh. Huh. Guess we gotta turn this back up to about 6. Let's have a whole range. 6, 5, 4, 3. So there's always somebody kind of interested in running on it. You know what it is? Everything is on priority. All the cleanup is on like really high priority. Let's see. Just whatever's next. So they were finishing up, even though there's still a bunch of stuff to clean up. Let me think. Okay, power, yeah, they got power. This is pumping again. Bathroom's working. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. We're going to do this. And this. 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 And then that. So this will be the exit ramp. Kills me that they just let whatever they deconstruct just drop wherever it is. Like, whatever. Wait, did you just feed Pip? Pip doesn't eat it, feed itself? Okay, okay. Focus. Batteries. Gotta worry about heat though with batteries. So ideally put someplace cool. Looks like we have neutronium? I don't know how I can utilize that. Is it in germs though? Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a tick. Slime germs. I thought I kept myself away from it. No. Okay. This is bad. And it's in our water supply. Okay, okay. Have I played Papers, Please? Yes, I have. I enjoyed that game. Pretty stressful though. Crap. I could have sworn I did a good job of staying away from the slime. Okay, how do we address this? I thought we'd have plenty of time before I'd have to address slime. And from what I understand, all these things that you can build, there's actually very few ways to deal with slime and slime lung. If a duplicant gets it, it basically has to run its course. I think the hospital can help. How do I do this? I can seal off. I could seal off the water. Oh man, it's all gross though. Do we have anything for cleaning water? Controls volume. Filtered. What? War scrubber stations. Skill scrubber, shearing station, groom station, textile loom, exosuit forge. Ammo suit checkpoint marks a threshold where duplicates must charge or change into a suit. So I could make it a requirement to put on a suit before they come into this area to get water. But then they're basically getting food poisoning water? Oh no. How do I clean this? Suit dock. Furniture. Dude, you're awesome, Armor. You got all you guys. Cheers. This is to you. Okay, we have a hand sanitizer station. That could help. I have a proper sink. I should probably replace these wash bins with it. Apothecary. Wait, what? Zombie spores. Let's try to stay away from that. Look, we're surrounded by slime lung. Now it's at our water supply. How do we could, okay, this is it. This is emergency level. Boing. Emergency level containment. Warning. Yellow alert. We must contain the slime lung. Max, don't, careful. You're standing on it. Max. This is Chernobyl tactics. Only drinking healthy things. Yeah. Or at least start out. The challenge I try to give myself is to try to supplement the sodas. So either drink water, drink a whole like 20-ounce bottle of water, even something basic as Deer Park. I'm not getting into all the fancy pH balances of whatever I'm drinking just yet, but just to supplement one, just squeeze it, and just. But I will punish a bottle of water. I'll do example. I'll get one right now. Hold on. Looked a little lewd, yeah. Just bear with me, okay. This is regular Deer Park water, not sponsored or anything. Very malleable bottle. But before a soda or after a soda, which kind of makes the process of drinking a soda actually kind of gross. Because if you chug a bunch of water and then drink a soda, it's just like, ugh, my stomach's already full, and now I got carbonation, making it even fuller. Or if you drink a soda, but then you chug water, and it kind of makes, like the aftertaste of soda is kind of still in your mouth, but then it washes over with this kind of mineral water type taste, and it doesn't actually taste that great. It kind of puts you off. If you know you have to do a water before or water after, it kind of makes you not even want to drink any water or drink any soda, which is kind of, I guess, the point, to help that. But like, full. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then you just squeeze it. All the way. So you can see, there's only a little bottle of water left. So it's basically all gone. And that's only 16.9 ounces. And then you're done. If you hate drinking water like me, that's the easiest way to get it done. I tried to do the tea thing, but the sugar in it, and I think there's some caffeine even still. Okay, what are we doing? Salt water. We can do this one. We can try to farm them for its, because I think we can get its but I never really focused on properly farming these guys. You're addicted to Pepsi. So one time you had to try to quit drinking Pepsi. You went 3 days, was craving Pepsi, you had to take down the street. Yeah, I get it. Okay, hold on. So is it contained? Did we Chernobyl? Chernobyl also great. If you haven't checked out Chernobyl on is it HBO? It's kind of freaky. You realize how messed up the entire planet is. like from disasters like Chernobyl, but then also every nuclear test that's ever happened. Just science in general, as well intentioned as they may be, and you know, just causing whatever. This is good water. Maybe we bypass the bad water for the good water until we can figure out how to get this water. But then the question is, how do we keep this from getting dirty? Have you seen the It crowd? Like the clown It? A gang of a gang of people who watch It? Okay, maybe I should focus on what to do. So we've contained the slime lung. Now how do we get food poisoning out of our water? I think if we could figure out, okay, rust deoxidizer converts rust into oxygen and chlorine. Chlorine is a cleaning agent. So I could try. I might have to look up how to do this. I could try it out for myself through experimentation, but basically what you do is you take it says oxygen and chlorine. I'm guessing the oxygen's a gas and the chlorine's a liquid. It could also be a gas. I think it actually might be gas. I could do this. I can basically isolate this room, have the rust oxidizer running, pumping this room with oxygen and chlorine. The chlorine gas making contact with the water should slowly start to kill the germs. If I really want to try to speed up germ killing, I think I could put an air vent down here, and as it bubbles up through the water, it will clean it. I could also make it so, like, I could build a little room, right? And then, oh no, they think that's an emergency. It's not an emergency. I could build a little room. I could put the chlorine thing inside. I can have a filter filtering out oxygen, so that the room is just being constantly pressurized with chlorine, and then have all of this water being pumped into that room, cleaned, pumped out, filtered. If like the chlorine mixes in with it somehow, I can filter out just the water and put it into a pure, clean tank. So the question is, how do we do that? How do we do that? It's a British show. It's a few people who work on it. The IT department. It's 25 episodes. It's amazing. IT. Oh. I'll try to check it out with what limited time I have, because I actually enjoyed Silicon Valley. I feel like that was if I had the time to watch that, I'd appreciate the humor and the tech in that show. I enjoyed The Office. Even that weird Comedy Central show where it's like guys in the office. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Let us do a couple things. Let's deconstruct this and put it level here. Why? Guys, can we... Please. Guys are just dropping... There's food in here! Alright, I tell you what. Okay, this... Oh god. It's not an emergency. Maybe it's 8. Do this. We'll even put one of these here for dumping water into this water reservoir. Also, thanks, Alex. I missed. I heard it. I don't know what I was doing. Appreciate the sparks. There were people. I don't know what happened. There were people walking around here with like stars coming out of them, which I feel like they're like super happy, like they're doing the job they love. The conditions are pretty good. I don't know what happened. Alright, so this is gonna be the water area. A lot of materials down here though, that's the thing. We really should clean up all this so they don't have to be coming in here. That means they're just gonna trek through the water even more, but I guess that damage is done, so. Clean all of this, I decree. It all must be cleansed. Let the water table be cleaned. This is where I would wish I kind of had more than maybe it's because they're food poisoned. Yeah, they're food poison. Some of them are food poison. What is your problem? You're hungry. You're unrested. Oh, what's this? What's going on here? We cannot have our food not in optimal conditions. What could it be? The temperature? It's getting too warm, maybe? Temperature. Oh no, it's getting too warm. In here. It's gonna take a long time. Basically the entirety of the base, my construction of stuff here has been, as I've been doing it and undoing it and redoing it, it's just been dropping all down here. And then they can't get to this without building this. Okay. Polluted water, fresh water. Polluted water, fresh water. Polluted water, fresh water. You need 3 more monitors to watch 4 streams while playing. I heard that. Alright. Still not sure how this works. But, we're gonna try it. What are we doing? This. Rust Oxidizer. Rust Oxidizer. You probably need power. Need a floor. We're gonna need a water source. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's right. It's they're gonna have to manually feed it with rust. Guys, see, this is what's gonna happen. You guys are gonna get stuck down here. And I can't go down because there's slime lung down there. Okay, so then it's gonna be airlock. Airlock. Airlock? Question is, what's heavier? Chlorine or oxygen? Speaking of drinking this ultra cup of tea and then chugging this bottle of water, I have to use the restroom. So I will BRB. Back. Alright, what we're doing? I probably shouldn't let the game run by itself. Okay, everyone sleep. Could have went bad very, very quickly. Oh. You shall be marked for death before you eat our raw materials. So we have some hydrogen buildup here that I'm going to try to alleviate by putting those vents there. Still cleaning up. Probably if I did this. So as we get gas in here. Did you hear about the guy who fell in love with a woman? Guantanamo. She was his Guantanamo Bay. Oh my god. Stop. Stop. I think I know how to do it now. I think I know how to do it. Depending on what is heavier, this will suck out. It's like armor, no. No. So if I no, I don't want to mix them. But now the thing is that this isn't reaching any water. The pump is. Let's see, how could we? I think the only way is to do it. We have to. There is no choice. We've turned too much of the oxygen into hydrogen and oxygen. What did I call this? Water. We turned too much of the water into oxygen and hydrogen. So we must break the dam. The dam must fall. Is this frozen? The dam must fall for Arendelle to survive. Here cometh the waters. Now the question is, how is this gonna affect, like, my water physics are, my understanding of water physics are a little basic. Ideally, this gets to a point where it's like this and then it stays up and doesn't kind of flood over to this. Technically, this shouldn't be draining and without bubbles filling this, unless it's just depressurizing this area. It could be that too. No, the pressure is going up. That doesn't make any sense. Unless it's... You sent a game on Steam? Appreciate it. I didn't see any notification yet. Wait, hopefully you guys aren't digging into... Oh god. So close. Yeah, hypothermia will then hurry up. How about that? How are you sneezing underwater? Sounds like a very bad idea. Why is there just more stuff? It's like never ending. Cause see, the thing I'm worried about now is my priorities are so high down here that they're actually putting off basic things like using the bathroom, and they're gonna pee in the water. Yeah. Treating them, I'm kind of overworking them right now. That's the risk. We have a few more things. Don't pee in the water, guys, please. Please. They're sick. They can't breathe. There's no breathable air down here. They're sick. They can't breathe. They're suffering from hypothermia. They have to go right here to catch their breath. Look away. Don't look at me. This is horrible. Horrible treatment of my duplicates. Okay, it's finally clean, except for this one. Where did this come from? Oh, you know what's happening? They're picking it up, and then they gotta like go run, catch their breath before they die or something. so they're just dropping it in place. I feel like that's actually happening a lot. You guys are sneezing all in the water. Oh no, all the clean water is turning dirty. Yeah, they haven't peed in the water yet. Just pick up your junk that you leave behind. So let me do this. So I can reach up here. Of course, dig this. There should be a dig and then collect what you dig command. Because right now it's basically they just dig it and then until it falls apart. And they just let it drop. So they can't actually reach this one, I don't think. Maybe they can. Maybe when they build this stuff. Got some skills to level up. Plumbing. What are you sporting? The super hard digging? Yes. Very good, very good. The animal's there. Attack it. Another shine egg. Guys, get a good night's rest. You done good. What's our priorities looking like? Still got a lot of high priorities here. But you know. See, this is all the stuff that this little monster eats. You eat sand, sandstone, clay, crushed rock, dirt, sedimentary rock, nutrient bar, mush bar, meal lice, muck root. Basically, all the food that we might have lying around. It does secrete coal. But I don't think I'm gonna try to be burning coal. I thought it ate stuff that was valuable too, like copper and stuff. But it's basically sand, sandstone. I mean, there's always plenty of sand and sandstone and stuff like that, but at the same time. What are you doing? Devin, get to bed. You ate? Did you eat all night? Stop. Was he like a binge eater? Dude. You're eating all the food. What are you doing? How much did you just eat? Kind of want to buy Escape from Tarkov. I have it. I've been thinking about actually jumping on it. The day that I played Satisfactory, I was actually considering Escape from Tarkov. Believe it or not. Belieber it or not. So the question now is, right now the water is being pumped into this system. That's just taking the oxygen and or taking the water, turning it into oxygen and hydrogen. It doesn't look like it's transferring the food poisoning to the air, which is great. So I guess that's another way of maybe if we could get a system like this to separate the water particles and then recombine them, reconstitute them. Okay. Rust. Where do we get rust from? I was kind of hoping rust would just be a thing that was just laying around already. Rust is an oxide that forms from broken down iron. Useful in some... So now I need to find iron. Oh god. So we have a system that we can't even use yet. That's great. I could try to find chlorine. Chlorine. So if we look over here, no germs. Hydrogen, chlorine, carbon dioxide, mixed. Chlorine there too. Chlorine. So if you notice, the slime lung doesn't like chlorine. That's our most accessible chlorine pocket. Maybe this one? Let's have a little tea left. I guess. I wonder if... Alexa, is chlorine heavier than oxygen?
Yes. Chlorine is a substance with higher density than oxygen.
Okay, so chlorine will fall. Sorry. Didn't realize she was that loud. So it'll fall down. There's a shop in town called Uranus. It's called the Uranus Fudge Factory. They have shirts that say the best fudge comes from Uranus. Oh my god. That's awesome and terrifying at the same time. So I need the chlorine. Okay, here's the plan. Here's the planaroonie. You got germs around here? No. Okay, good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build a room. Here. We're going to put a pump in this room. The pump shall pumpeth. Down. Right. Let's just line it up. Oh, wait. Do not want it to cross paths here. Let's deconstruct that. Wait, actually, cancel. Cancel. We actually want this deconstructed, this deconstructed, and then this to go straight and then down. And then we want this crossover. Let's go here. That's that. Okay. Okay. Oh, stop. This. This. Go. Wait. We'll go here. Actually, go to this far corner. Gas vents. So basically pump whatever's in this room down and into this room, which is the chlorine room. It's a real thing. That's awesome. And terrifying, like I said. Okay, see, what I'm worried about is this airlock situation. Every time people open this door, they're gonna pollute this system. I could have another pump in here. See, that's the thing though. At the end of the day, there's just be like so many pumps everywhere. That's what I kind of don't want. So many pumps. And then I'm gonna have to have a sensor on it to make sure it turns off. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Shh, 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 shh. And then same here. So this is what I'm fearing. So many pumps. And the thing is, they're not gonna respect the airlocks. They're just gonna roll through. So either I'd have to manually lock it, I guess, as they're doing. Releases gas pipe from gas pipes to high pressure locations. So this can probably actually need this. I don't have a fine metal or plastic. So, and I'm probably starting to near the point where my circuit is becoming a little extensive. Well, it doesn't actually look that bad. Oh, we have a thing. Ooh, muckroot. Food or the baby? I'm kind of setting myself up for these guys. I have an egg, I have a grown one in my farm, and then now we have a baby one. Do I just take the baby and then try to focus on the farm? Even though I don't even know what kind of ecosystem they really need. Or do we take the food? Even though I feel like we're actually good on food, even though this would be better food, obviously. Let's go this way. Alright, we have an egg and we have the thing. Let us, first of all, upgrade. This guy is a grilling level 2. Grilling up all the goods. Hey! Oh wait, no, yeah. Are there 2 of them or just 1? Alright, let's take a sec to look into this. 9 out of 151. Wild, happy, health good, wildness, 100%. Scale of growth. Good chance of an egg. Glossy egg, not a good chance. Strikers are non-hostile creatures that graze only in live mealwood plants. Their backsides are covered in thick, woolly fibers that only grow in hydrogen climates. Hydrogen. Diet. Mealwood. Excretion phosphate. Shareable fibers. Captured method. Wrangling. Traps. So I need, once again, more pumps. I need a room with hydrogen in mealwood plants. Hydrogen mealwood plants. I feel like for the sake of hydrogen always rising, we probably should make this farm somewhere high. However, we're starting to get into hot territory, and mealwood doesn't actually like hot. So you would have to go like here. So let's try to aim for stable grooming station. So we just need space for a grooming station. So let's shearing station, grooming station. Trickos, that's what it is, right? Yeah. So because not only do we need a grooming station, we also need shearing station. What are we missing? Metal ore? Oh no. Okay, so we need to get access to this. So we need floor. So I'm guessing the grooming station would just be as big as is, if not bigger than this. Actually, this, I feel like grooming station. Oh, there it is. Grooming station. That shearing station. That. And then do we just have farm tile here, here, and this is a door. Which will need airlocks. God. We're using so much of like the advanced materials. Airlock. Good, good. Come on. Give me airlock. Should pee already again. That's what happens when you drink water like that. The thing about that though, it's not actually bad also because it flushes your, it's like a forced flush of your system, right? And if you do it enough over and over and over, you actually, I feel like you feel better overall. So is this not accessing the water? I'm not sure. Oh, we're sitting on an upgrade also, nice. Wasting time. Surfboard for morale, no. Wrong. Stores liquid, ice fan. Could probably actually use this. Insulated tile, ice maker, space heater. We're not there yet, but we'll eventually get there. We'll need something like that. If we can't find the biomes for it. Drinking too much water pisses you off. Yep, that's the point. How's that? Airlock. Airlock. Blang blow. Do these require power? Probably. One does. And I think we also need a thing for a drop off. After I wrangle it, critter drop off. I think I have to do this, right? I have to put this here, otherwise it won't. After I wrangle it, I won't do anything. Let's get rid of all the excess. We can access these rooms. Sexy expletive. Hello? Yes. There is great challenge in this game. Much learning from mistakes. Kind of annoying. I mean, yeah. I feel like the only real way to play it is to learn from constantly failing over and over and over. Because even when you get tips from like Reddit, which their Reddit is actually pretty good with laying out, showing you their builds and layouts and stuff. As far as you got 67, yeah. My first thing was food. This would be the first thing that takes me down. I mean oxygen, obviously, but oxygen. I don't know. It's not even a thing. Like in the back of my mind, I just build two of these to start off with, and then focus on food. And then from there, I build this system, an electrolyzer power system. But this requires a lot of research to get to this point. So I kind of just brute force the food, brute force oxygen, and then try to get to this point, and then it becomes more stable. And don't overrun your base. So I've been sitting on 8 for a while now. Oh yeah, if you got it yesterday, you're already making 67. You're on your way. Do I have a Discord that I can post? I have a Discord, you know, MrGlasco.tv/Discord. I guess I can make a channel specifically for oxygen not included, but there isn't one currently. So right now I'm working on getting a station up here for the Dracos, and then I'm trying to eventually siphon chlorine. I just realized I don't have a way to get, I guess I'm gonna siphon chlorine from this here to clean my water supply because it's getting dirty, and we had a close call here with the slime lung. You're putting stuff next to each other. Auto kills them. The room's so many. Good critter setup auto kills them when the room has too many of them. What's up, Elon? Yeah, I have this baby one, and this egg. So I'm thinking to make a little mini one here so I can maybe reap some benefit from them. I've never really got to the point where I focused on critters all that much. As you can see, I don't worry about their morale. I don't worry about their morale too much. I do have bedrooms. Like I could put a plant in there to make it a, doesn't it make it a better bedroom or something? So yeah, we're trying to, this is going to be filled with a hydrogen. Oh crap. Trying to think, how am I gonna... Is it already naturally filling with hydrogen? Well, I guess that's that way. I just said oh crap because I was thinking, oh man, I don't have a vent going in here to pump hydrogen. I guess since it's the highest point on the map, it's gonna naturally fill with hydrogen. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Outside of stable. So when this room completes, it should become a stable. Not sure if this pump system, this extra redundant like room for maintaining air is necessary, but it's kind of what I got. So I can build mealwood and have the thing there? Oh, no, never mind. I didn't think so. Got the sand. So dense up there. But yeah, that chlorine from up here. I think I'm gonna build a ladder to up here. And then how are we gonna do this? This to this. Basically gonna puncture this so that the chlorine fills into this room. The chlorine will then be pumped down this pipe to this room, which I have a rust deoxidizer, but I don't even have any rust deoxidize. And then it'll fill the floor of this room with chlorine, and then I'll have water being pumped. Like, I feel like I guess I can siphon off this water to be pumping into here, and as it hits the floor, it'll come into contact with the chlorine and then purify itself. But then I need a way... Oh wait, can I make this... Can I make this... a mesh? It would need to be the water one. How would that work? Is there one that lets water through but not gas? I guess that doesn't make any sense. There's one that lets gas through and there's one that lets liquid and gas through. One that lets gas through. How are we gonna do this? As the water goes on the ground. About the scheme is that you're playing mass, having maps and shit, whatever, you know, Let's hear the lag. It's later than CO2? Oh no. Yeah. The level of creativity that you can get into these games. That's why I think I like experimenting. Like right now I'm trying to figure this out. But then eventually I can go to the community and then kind of get a better idea of what I should be doing. And then kind of bounce back between the two. As opposed to, you know, just copying and pasting different things. Water goes here. The only thing I can think is to have a water pump in here. So as water fills this up, it pumps it out. I feel like that's not the way. Well, technically, another idea I had is to pump air into a vent that's underwater, and as it bubbles, it'll purify the dirty water, but I'm not sure if an air vent will work underwater. Like it'll say like even these vents are saying that the vents are overpressured. It can't pump into this room because there's too high of a pressure. So I imagine the same would apply underwater where it's like, can't do it. Do you like tic-tac-toe? Tic-tac-toe boxes. I don't know, this is... As you can see, I like to keep everything nice and orderly where my stuff is. Almost to a fault. Okay, this... It's looking good. Can we clean up all this crap on the ground? So this is below? Above? If it's above 0, it's on. So I'm trying to see if I can... I wonder if these pumps can turn the room into a vacuum, basically. Micro... It looks like... It can. We're almost there. Almost to a vacuum. It's a vacuum. Interesting. I didn't think it was possible. But then, if this room gets too high pressured, then I should probably disable this. If this room gets too high pressured, it can't, because this is a regular gas vent. I guess I could get a high pressure gas vent. Yeah, I think I got lucky with this particular map because there were like three areas. There's like an area over here. You can see I haven't built hardly anything in it. There's a big area up here and then an area down here. And we started right here. And there was like oxygen stone here and oxygen stone here. And then I only needed the two. I was going on 2 of these for a while. And then this system has been doing good. How'd you escape? I wonder if Taco Bell restrooms have a high speed gas fan. Oh wait, that's the baby one. Sand. Take this. Oh, I don't like this guy. Kill it. See, technically I can farm these guys for like, I guess, meat. And they do produce coal too, but I've never like tried to mass produce them for like mass production of coal. Okay, we need to... Can somebody turn this off, please? Because it's kind of wasting... It's pumping stuff down here, but it's pumping hydrogen. Wait, what is that? Oxygen? Why is it green? Turn it off! Okay. Wait, what? Oh yeah, we don't have enough power. We need bigger batteries. So finding cool places to put batteries. Oh yeah, and I also have this. This right here is gonna make my base, basically. Because this is unlimited water. It's hot water, so I'll have to find a cooling solution. But if I could feed that into this system, which produces oxygen and power, we're pretty much golden. So this is lucky, extra lucky for me. Yeah, I need batteries. No idea what to do with CO2. Yeah. I just have it pooling here at the bottom. CO2. Like, you can get plants that... I have one plant. I have exactly one plant that I can plant that turns it into oxygen. But I got it from this as a care package. I think that's for a reason, because you can just use that all day. We got any power, guys? Your oxygen is... It's pretty, you know, plentiful at the moment, but... How should I do this? So I could... What could I do? I could try to make a room, I guess, where the water kind of flows through it and through the chlorine. So maybe one drain thing here. So it'll go like that. The only thing is, the gas could escape through here. Haven't hit? Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've ever hit plastic, actually. And if I ever did, I like brute force kind of just dug my way to it. And then in the process, kind of like got all the slime lung, just destroyed the ecosystem and balance everywhere around me. It's kind of quiet. Too quiet. Wait, why aren't you guys growing? Atmosphere. Air pressure needs to be higher. Oxygen, wait a minute. So it needs oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide, but it's one of the main plants for The Draco. So I need another food. Dang it. Alright, Alex, I'll see you. Thanks for hanging out. Groot Force. I am Groot. What to do? What do they eat? What do you eat? Balm lily, pincha, pepper plant. Balm lily, pincha, pepper plant. Do I have any of those? Nope. Dang it. So now the question is, will they be fed? Yeah, ideally it'll rise, but then again I do have manual airlocks, so maybe I should open these so the pressure could build. But even then, I don't know why I thought these survived in hydrogen, because they're the main source of... You guys are still cleaning up the floor? Yeah, these doors are super annoying. I think that's what's taking up all their time right now. Ideally, maybe they feed them manually. Like, they'll just, like this guy, he's our resident animal specialist. Maybe he just takes out his gun, kind of like how, you know, they do like that, and he'll shoot it at these guys to feed them manually, since it's kind of his job. Combat. Shoot it. So I can put plants in their rooms. My base is very not very accommodating. It seems to be it's starting to affect them. I feel like it's starting to get to them. So I will give them plants. Use water, filter carbon dioxide from the air. Okay. Uses water to filter carbon dioxide in the air. What does it do to it though? Affect polluted water. Okay, this is what you can do. We were just talking about what do you do with carbon dioxide. You can basically turn it into polluted water with this. And then from polluted water, you push it through... Where is it? I know there's one. Produces clean water from polluted water using sand. So it looks like they both use... This uses water. So it turns carbon dioxide with water into polluted water, and polluted water with sand. So this is my current polluted water pool. I can use a machine that takes sand, polluted water, and turns it into clean water. But then the question becomes, does it do it at enough of a rate to be viable for, like, you know, ongoing? And that's the thing about this game too. You have to monitor the system so that, number one, it doesn't run rampant and just waste energy. And that's why these sensors and stuff and having everything automated, it's good. Okay, batteries. Because I feel like that's the thing right now. Batteries. You need to find a cold spot. This looks like a nice little cold spot. Maybe we put him over here. Which is fitting kind of right next to the power. So eventually this will get hot. So we should do like that, this. We'll bring in the big ones. That's alright, I thought it was just use CO2 and water to make O2. CO2 and water? Make blue water, I like to... Yeah, technically you can use polluted water for stuff, but you'll automatically basically get food poisoning. Like, in a way, it would even make sense, right, to use polluted water for things like toilets. Like, how the polluted water basically feed into itself, but as you can already see, it makes the toilets filthy, and then people get sick. Why are you guys going that way? Oh, because I haven't told you to dig out this, and this, and this. You guys should probably get all this metal here because we are in dire need of metal. That thing just poop? You pooping on me, bro? You pooping some slime? Uh-oh. We're gonna do care package, fertilizer, puff lid. Wait a minute. Are these the ones that... See, I think these guys eat carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. Hold on. Puffed? This one. Mind you, these guys are contaminated. But if we have our own from eggs, ideally they won't be? Right? So now we just gotta hatch this bad boy. Where's our hatcher? Egg. Egg hatcher. Where would egg hatcher be? Is there an egg hatcher? You see someone do a build with the puffies? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how like I'm having a hard enough time trying to figure out an ecosystem for these guys. Like I can only imagine having a build where you can sustain a population or build a big enough population to have an egg cracker. That's to eat eggs. I kind of thought it has to be a station, right? Grooming, shearing, skill scrubber. Yeah, the perfect sustainability cycle while also exponentially growing. That's the dream, right? Where would... Am I crazy? Maybe I haven't researched it yet. Speaking of research, we're just sitting on this. Where would a thing for eggs be? Why should be like one of the last things? Any gas pump incubator. Oh. 2-story ecosystem. Oh yeah, I wonder if they can go through like those. I've yet to get to the. I've yet to get to what is it? What is it? The transportation tubes. Here we go. Transit tubes. Quickly transport duplicates from transit tube access. But that'd be funny to have them kind of like hamsters. They come down here to eat, and then they go up here to excrete their phosphate or whatever. Yeah, this would actually be pretty good multiplayer. If it weren't for the fact that you're commanding duplicates. I think that's part of the charm, though. The fact that you're kind of helpless to let the duplicates kind of do their thing. Thanks for the follow, Sexy. Like, I guess it could be like, you can control one duplicate, and then you'd be among all these other automated duplicates. I think it has to be people. Everything would be a lot more focused. That's for sure. Not all these undone things. Priority management. Maybe you could make a robot. So like if you had your duplicate that was you, and then you can make like a robot duplicate. What are we missing? Where's number 8? Are you dying somewhere? Am I blind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8, where are you? Were you sleeping with somebody? Were you sleeping in somebody else's room? I mean, all these rooms are well oxygenated. Okay, what's a good plant for them to have? Let's do this plant here, and then we'll alternate for the aesthetic. Oh, what happens if it was multiplayer, but then you like a versus? So then you fight over resources. That would make combat in this game more relevant. Like if you had competing duplicates elsewhere. Can you imagine? And you have to build like turrets, and you can hack other people's automatic doors to gain access to their stuff. Fart bombs. Build like a secret pipe to someone's base, and then fill their base with all your farts. Yes. This will teach you to build in my area. Okay. Oh wait, did the incubator finish? Incubator would probably be... I feel like it'd be in station. I guess it'd make sense for it to be in food too, because it's kind of food based. Because you're incubating a little animal to devour. Okay, critter feeder. This is what we need up here. Since we can't do that. I should give you CO2 with the farts though. Methane. I believe it's methane. Where's the gas? There's one. Gas. Oxygen. Hydrogen. I want to say it's methane. I could just be polluted air, I guess. Polluted oxygen. I could have sworn it was methane. Could have sworn that there was a gas. Like you can even find one that's like... You can find biomes, I think. It may just be negligible. Because I could also swear you could get a duplicate from the thing that says like they fart a lot. Natural gas. Yes, that's what it might be. Oh, suffocating. Who's suffocating? Who is it? It may have been you? The alert popped up just briefly, so they might have just been in the... Vacuum here, we have oxygen here. You know what's funny? When they run to air for breathing, I feel like they might try to go in here, which will ruin this vacuum seal. Oh, you know what I could do with this too? is build a filter so that it only filters. See, this is the thing. It only filters the chlorine back into this room. That's the thing. I think this needs to be a little bigger. Makes me wonder how making a tower. I feel like towers are actually pretty skinny towers. Aside from the fact that it won't use the horizontal space very well. Skinny towers actually work well, I feel like, with the fire poles. Like instead of climbing down a ladder like this guy, they would just slide down, get to where they need to go quick. Boop boop boop. They're basically the transport tubes before you get transport tubes, but only for the downward direction. So we're gonna put mealwood in here. Critter feeder. What? Can I just put all? I don't know. I didn't see the food in there. Because I don't want them just putting all food in here. Meat. Barbecue meat. Oh wait, what's this thing called? A Dreco, but I don't see Dreco in here. Does this not feed them? Maybe it's meant to feed these things? A shine, yeah, shine. Oh man. So that's how you keep these things alive. Even though, I swear, these guys have been hovering around here for 59 odd cycles and no critter feeder. They're just kind of just... Maybe they're eating just random stuff. So this is not the right thing. Unless one of these drop downs has mealwood. Then I can just push it, force it through the mealwood. I feel like that doesn't... Why wouldn't... Fish feeder. Airborne critter bait. Fish release. Critter drop off. Vegetable fires breaking through the top. Tons of pollution just goes naturally. Alright. Where is our incubator? Do do do. Do do do. Incubator? Medicine? Incubate these duplicates. Imagine if they reproduced. That'd be a whole can of worms. Dying, dying baby duplicates suffocating in the void. Are we not done? I feel like we finished it. Oh, we're still working on it. Why did I think we finished it? You don't want to like too much to it. What? You don't think another extra layer of just chaos and madness? It'd be like playing The Sims. How are you guys liking your area? Much better. What's up, Elon? Thanks for the stars on Facebook. Appreciate it. Huh. So we're kind of just waiting on that. What can we do in the meantime? Sick bay. Can work on this sanitation for water. Even though it's kind of dying out on its own. Looks like the food poison is kind of dying out on its own. But then again, can we sweep up this polluted water, please? They're gonna pour it here. Having this polluted water around is not good. Isn't there decontaminate? Can we get an extra decontamination? Okay. So we'll have a thing here. And I feel like it has to be done through pump to pump. Or I was looking for a sim game. It was for Planet Zoo. You choose this. It's like I feel like I've never played Planet Zoo, but I'd imagine it's just so carefree. I played Planet Coaster. It's like carefree, fun-loving, make a zoo versus what is essentially a survival horror game. I feel like this qualifies. What? Okay, let's go down each of these again. No. Phosphorite. Phosphorite, that's what the thing poops. Fried mushrooms. Hatch. Dirt. Lice loaf? Technically. Hatchling. Bookshelf. Barbecue. So it looks like whatever this produces or can be stocked with is actually processed in some form or fashion. So it's not the raw. It's not the raw muck root or the whatever muck root, mealwood. Yeah, is this game still considered early access or fully released? I can't remember. Is this ready? Does this not have a critter sensor? Signal switch. Motion sensor. I want to, just for being able to manually turn this on and off, I'll put that there. Because that's one thing. Usually you have to have a duplicate control this stuff. But like with this stuff, I can set this to, you know, 0 right now. And then basically switches it. So anything above 0, and it turns it off. So it's the one way you can control things in the game that's actually not duplicate related. Which I don't know if they intended that. I feel like they should have a duplicate come over. Based on everything else you basically interact with in this game, they should still have a duplicate come over and actually change the calibration of these things. However, that would require a lot more rewiring in some builds. So if I put that to this, I could I can turn this back on, and then turn this to 0. So then it's never on. It's so simple but complex. Yeah. I'm into Saints and Sinners. I beat it. I finished Saints and Sinners. And I have the playlist up on YouTube and Facebook, and for whatever time it has on Twitch. I haven't completed 100% of Saints and Sinners, but I guess there's always the possibility that I could go back to it to kind of. I should kill these guys. But for right now, I've just I've left it. Left it as completed. Shoot it in the face. Yeah, I feel like I need a filter here. Hold on, I'm gonna go on another. Drink too much water. I will be right back. Can use the restroom. You know what? I actually haven't played Don't Starve. Speaking of, but I feel like it's a game I can appreciate. Same way I appreciate this game. Let's see. What do we want? Juicer? No. Oil well? Make plastics from petroleum, so we will need this eventually. Smart battery. Jukebox. Power. Output of generators assigned to them must be tuned up tray. Stores any solid materials delivered to it by duplicates. Auto sweeper? What? Excuse me? Yes, please? Wait, what are you? Oh my god! You're stuck. Why won't you just... How long have you been stuck there? Emergency. I feel like this material is Gene. I'm gonna tell your stats, your vitals. This is a good signal, though. I was just like, do 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 do. Hey, what's this pool of water? It's urine. Now clean it up. You're free. Look, oh man, Gene is mad. Just been trapped there. Gene, how about next time you... How many days has it been? Poor Gene. You alright? You cool? Yeah, I know you're hungry. Use a bathroom, wash your hands, get some food, take a load off. 'Cause you deserve it. Jesus. Okay, we need... Okay. Let's do this. We are gonna make this... But we need to deconstruct this. And then, I'm gonna put a filter. Then we're gonna figure out a filter system. So it only pumps in... It only pumps back in... It's basically gonna be... this. Deconstruct. Stop. Whoa. Oh yeah, batteries. Batteries up. I think we have the thing now, right? A bajillion batteries. It would probably be a smart idea, though, also to make 2 circuits here. Tie 1 circuit to this generator, an electrolyzer system, and then another to this one. And then have one run vitals and one run, what's the opposite of vitals? Non-vital. Non-vitals? But of course. Alright, filter. How does this work? Green is out, right? Oh, he's building it, so hopefully I face that the right direction. So we want... This is out. So yeah, I need to flip it. Well, not necessarily, actually. It works both ways. So this would be chlorine. Where's chlorine? Chlorine goes out of that. All others. So chlorine. All others. There. So we're almost ready to implement Operation Chlorine Pump. The thing is, there's already hydrogen pooling right here. So do we make a filter here too? Or does that... Wait, does it filter require power? It does. Why? Alright. Guys, get that power up. Okay, what do we need? What does this do? Doesn't this make oil? I want to say this guy makes oil. Because I remember him being like a, oh, it'd be nice if I can farm him kind of critter. However, yes. What do you need? If anything, I need to figure out how to farm that guy and not the Draco. Tidying up. Alright. Let's see. Slicker. Flower one day will grow into a slick stir. Excretion crude oil. Oh, they have one that does oxygen. So this guy, we need to figure out how to give him the optimal settings so that he produces an egg, and then those produce more eggs, and then on and on and on until we have a whole farm to produce Texas tea. Black gold. So what is your diet? Just carbon dioxide? Okay. That's actually really good. What about slick stir? Diet, carbon dioxide. That's it? Where are you located currently? You need to be down here, my friend. So let me see. Let's see if I can I corral it? How do we move it? Because this is oxygen rich. It needs to be in carbon dioxide rich. Or do I have to put it in a trap? Critter trap. Single use. Plastic? Ya dang. So I need the oil from this to make plastic so then I can make a trap to trap it to put it where it will make the most oil. Hopefully it'll still make oil. Hopefully it's in a close enough proximity to the carbon dioxide. Otherwise it's just gonna die there. So we have random pockets of carbon dioxide from exhaling duplicates. So, yeah. This will pump out all to this goes to this. So I need to disconnect this. Make this go to this. Make this pump chlorine. So pump chlorine here, and all other gas. It'll pump to here. This system. All right. All right. Okay. Meanwhile, I still have to figure out how am I gonna filter water through a chlorine system. Filter water through a chlorine system. Chlorine gas. It's gonna be dropping here, and then I think I need a filter next to it. Oh God. We need these batteries up and running, folks. They're priority 8. I don't understand what you guys are doing. What other priorities do you have? We are going to try to also decide how are we going to network. How are we going to make this? Because eventually we're going to have to deal with all this. Having bigger gauge wires. Because I think that's actually what's happening. Or is that what's happening? Is this failing because it's losing power, or is it failing because... I think we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now we just need to get all these wired. It's the easiest way to wire these. Straight across. God. How are we already low on metal? The middle. Cheese and onion pita wrap. Still sounds good. Alright. Oh, we got oil. Wipe it up. Our little buddy here is making us oil. From that oil we can make plastic. Then we can trap him and put him down here. Where all the carbon dioxide is. The only thing is, this is basically the last of our metal ore. We can venture down here. I guess down here too. I mean, we have it, but it's so sparsely populated that basically any venture to go to get these will waste a lot of time and energy. Like this is actually just like right here, so it's easy, right? But I guess we still got plenty. We'll just really have to laser down into focusing on getting them. What is the best way to wire this? Because I don't know if they can actually wire it through this wall. I know they can wire it to the wall, but I don't know if they can wire it through to the other side. Maybe this way? Okay. get what we can reach here, but they can only reach... Oh god, I can't breathe. Can't reach that one. Unless I make a step there. Any more oil? What are you doing? You crazy? Building lacks resources. Which one? That's fine. Oh, deconstruct this. Think, because I need to have this kind of make a vacuum in the same way that this does up here, but I need a 3x3, not 2x3. Unless there's a way I can fit an air filter next to it. Can it overlap? Can it go straight into it? Even then it would need a 4x2. And I can only rotate. Oh, I can rotate like this. Even then, still 3x3. What to do? I could. What? Dang it. I can move everything down one. I could move this whole thing down by exactly one. And then creating two separate water reservoirs where maybe I can pump one water into another. But this one's already starting to get dirty. Basically require me to deconstruct all this. Dang it. I mean, at least I cleaned up all this stuff up here. So how's our power grid looking, boys? It's, you know, and you guys are taking this oxygen for granted. I feel like this will be all of our junk storage. Imagine micromanaging all of this. Like, yes, I have this room over here with storage units that only contain agriculture, and over here only containing metal ore, and over here is the seeds and blah blah blah. Like, in a perfect world, yes. You would micromanage everything, everything would be nice and neat in its proper place, but like, Hey, did you just eat my mealwood, buddy? Come up here and shear you. But yeah. Jean, I feel like almost died. I don't know if you're here, but Jean was over here. Because she trapped herself from improper mining technique. Sweep this polluted water. So what are we working on? We got the one person kind of jump starting the system to get this thing working. And ideally this system would kick in and just do it. Like these here would start this generator, but it's not enough, apparently. So maybe I close this system off and have it run this generator. Still taking damage though, which is wasting metal ore. Okay. I feel like that's what needs to happen. What time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. Should be getting off soon. Okay, once that gets built up, this system basically goes online. Okay, now it basically goes online. So then I just need to seal it. Once this gets created, I seal it. Scale down tech up. I mean, we've been sitting at 8 duplicates for so long, I feel like it shouldn't, our infrastructure shouldn't be this tight. But I don't know. I am kind of working on weird pet projects. And like I said, this keeps... I guess I could filter out, but the filter adds another power drain. Let's watch, I bet you this has oxygen in it, almost. 12, 7... Let me put this to 6. Technically, this could be at like 0. This could be like an always on situation. The only thing about that is it would waste energy. That would be my concern. But the lower I put this, basically, the lower I put this, the less likely this will take oxygen. And then that's a better option than putting a filter on here. So do I put this on 0? Legdar, thanks for following on Facebook, appreciate it. Always on initiated. Okay, what about you? What about this? Always on. Initiate. pump sequence alpha. Wait, are you telling me what? I didn't wire that. Ah! God dang it! Okay, this is fine. And if anything, I should actually no, this is fine like this. This one from here is where I should go higher gauge whenever I eventually go higher gauge. See people's rooms in the bed joint place standing up and talking about implications actually. Trap them in a room. That'd be the ultimate, right? One duplicate in one room where it has a perfectly balanced system. Perfectly balanced. It's like Thanos. Perfectly balanced. One too much to one side or the other. Wait. It's supposed to be always on. Oh, there's no power? Wait, what? It should be on. Pipe blocked. Uh-oh. That's not good. So... And there's oxygen still in this one because this one's blocked. Okay, chill. Okay, wait. So they can't share the same pipe. Lesai. This power system is bad. The similarity of hours again on this run. What's up, Tony? I mean, I know it's gonna eventually reach a point of critical. I'm just trying to outline it first. So this pipe is blocked. So I basically need to have, I feel like this is fine like this. Oxygen going here, oxygen going here. But then this one needs to go to its own, like oxygen over here and then oxygen up here maybe. And then we'll have our base kind of covered. But now, can I reach all of this to deconstruct it? I'm doing well, Tony. Doing well. Little ones are well. How about you and yours? The space is too huge, you think? For 8? It's a lot of ground to cover. Can we reach all that? My guess is I'm gonna have to pop open these walls just a little bit for them to peek in and shoot their deconstruction. But this is how my style, which is probably not best, but I like to overbuild so that I can focus on other things. So like I've overbuilt power in such a way, food, storage, so that I don't have to worry about it. Because to kind of build everything across the board perfectly step would drive me insane. To have every single system perfectly scaled lockstep to the exact, perfect specification of what I have available to me as a resource, I feel like is insane. Yeah, I feel like I've gotten this to a point where it was kind of self-sustaining before, but I haven't been able to get there. And I don't know if maybe maybe that was a previous version, previous patch, but it's basically always needed to be supplemented. So maybe once I have 2 of them, then that's the thing. It would just be 2 broken systems. Maybe I should have two sources of hydrogen into 1 generator? Because then it's kind of, this is the bottleneck, I feel like, the electrolyzer. And how fast it produces hydrogen that gets pumped into the hydrogen generator. So maybe this build needs 2 electrolyzers for each of these. Says in the moment, filing good, work good. Well, I hope everything works out with you. Whatever it is. I don't know though, what are we doing here? We got something we researched. Oh. The auto sweeper. How does it even work? I assume it has to be fueled somehow. I think it does, doesn't it? It has to either be fueled or powered. Automate sweeping and supplying errands by sucking up nearby debris. Materials are automatically delivered to any conveyor loader, conveyor receptacle, storage, or buildings within range. Yeah, but what does it require? Power. How do you get power? Or is it like a Zumba? Or Zumba. A Roomba? Does it have a dock station that it gets power from? Or does it just... Or is it stationary? And its only area of effect is where all those white blocks. If that's the case, I don't like that at all. I want it to roam around and vacuum up all this. Person was killed. Oh man. It's just. Oh, sorry to hear that. Think. Say pipe, liquid shut off. Entrance sensor. I don't know what's upgrade, so I'm just gonna upgrade whatever's next in line. Clock sensor? Gas element sensor. Sure, why not? Well, these are retaining their charge. So maybe our charge pool just needed to be a little bigger for it to be fully charged and drained. I don't know. What should you be? Follow your heart? Okay, now it's time to address this. This whole thing has to be dropped one. Deconstruct all of it, except for the wire. Do not deconstruct this wire. Actually, probably should. And then rerun. Got it. I also think I probably should get to a stopping point. I don't think we're gonna finish our water purification system tonight. We did avoid slime lung. We kind of have in place the kind of bones for a power and oxygen solution. Maybe I squeeze in another electrolyzer in here. But the thing about another electrolyzer, I feel like that's another power drain that'll then create enough imbalance to the system so that it won't self-perpetuate. But right now it's not producing enough hydrogen, and then this is still getting mixed occasionally with oxygen from the pump, which I can only assume would help if I extend this even higher by one more, but we're already pushing this down one. What to do? Well, I kind of have the space vertically because I can, the way I have these, I could kind of make this one, I can make the corrections I want to this one here, and then push this to the side. Just have these bikes power all these as a stall. So it would be 2. We'd go down even one more. I should just go down 2, just for effect. We should make this base level the level for all this, what I'm trying to do here. So then have 2 of these. The thing is, this is bad positioning there because it'll produce a lot of heat right in the center of my base. So maybe I actually need to deconstruct all this, put the generators on this side, and the gas electrolyzing here. 2 of them. 2 of them here. Put the generators over here. Ugh, this corner is just a this corner is just a mess. I'm trying to have a water purifying system. Maybe I push the water purification all the way over here. Alright, let's see what we got. Reduce recycle use. Got more green. Yeah. I mean, what is this? Hey, this is a seed. This is what that one animal eats. The Draco. So maybe if I can plant it up here. Pepper. Ah, grows from the ceiling. About the requirements, air pressure, what kind of oxygen or air do you need? Polluted water. Doesn't say what kind of air it needs. Can handle warmer temperature. Huh. I mean, if we just look over here, it can survive in hydrogen. So this is the plant. That'll get us our phosphate farm and high hydrogen. So have two here hanging, put them up here. Wait, is this even a room? It is. I can shear it. Okay. They ran their hearts out. Yeah, let me just do this. And this will be the floor. This will be the water cleaning room. This will be where it pumps the clean water. Maybe drop this down one more to give it some breathing room up top. Our arbitrary storage solution is done. Got oil. I don't know if we have enough oil here from this little guy to make plastic. Well, as soon as we make plastic, we need to put them down here in the carbon dioxide. So this is enough. I don't know, it all, everything needs to be stretched and pulled just a little bit here and there, like this vent even, its placement, because it's getting obstructed by high pressure. Either I put a high pressure valve on it, which needs plastic, or I put it somewhere even further in low pressure and then have it filter down into all this area instead of being right here. Same with this. And then do the same here. What the heck was that? Something. I just want to get this water cleaning thing done. Because if I could do it and I could figure it out and it's successful and it cleans the water, then we could basically, I feel like we could get to the point where we can start exploring out into the slime. Because then I would essentially clean slime lung the same way? I would have to be able to retrofit, because the slime lung can affect the air, I believe. Yeah, oxygen. Doesn't survive in carbon dioxide or polluted oxygen. No, polluted oxygen right here. So this is what my base used to look like. One of my last builds that was like 100, 200 plus cycles. All the air was all messed up. So if I could figure out how to clean water correctly, I feel like I could figure out how to clean air correctly. So this is our water cleaning area. Our air cleaning might be here, maybe. I don't know. A lot of planning. And then I only have 8 of them to do all this. So do I bring on more mouths to feed? I think we can actually handle it. I should probably get a refrigerator. Probably get the showers and all that made up too. And that's another thing. Renovations of like this, there's no room for a shower, so I basically have to pick another area to make a brand new bathroom system. But actually, it will probably work right here. I'll have 2 showers, 2 bathrooms, and 2 sinks on both ends so that they come in, they do what they need to do, and whether they exit this way or whether they exit that way, they wash their hands on the way out. And then I would have more rooms up top. So basically, this will be like a little community bathroom, or maybe 4 baths in the middle, 2 bathrooms here and 2 bathrooms here on the sides, and then the sinks. 2 sinks here, 2 sinks here on the side. So they come in, they do their thing in the morning, they come down, they do their thing. So then it would basically be 8 by 8 and then a bathroom system in the middle. And then I'd renovate this area to probably be more of a accommodating kitchen solution where I have the grill. Is there a kitchen room? No. But I still think the grill needs to have better access to maybe a ration box and a refrigerator and storage that's specifically for food. And then have something here so that they, after they use the bathroom, they come here, they rest here in the center, they work up top, they work down below, and they come in here for lunch and dinner. I think that's the plan. Now, the trick is trying to remember everything I just said I wanted to do. From the water, to the air, to the room and board, feeding, critter farming. There's a million things to do in this game. A million things. There's never not something to do. Unless you're in like a decline. Right now, I feel like I'm like in this weird kind of stagnated development of my colony. The major kind of resource on decline though is metal. Right now we have this that we have access to, but then I would have to start making mining ventures into these areas for all this stuff, and then that'll be it. So I need to make, if that's the, because I always have this steam vent for water, which will supply basically oxygen and the water to run our utilities. So whenever I figure this out, whenever I figure out how to do it correctly, I have unlimited water for that. Like even this, when I first saw this, it was barely filled. Now it's starting to get full. But metal doesn't come out of nowhere like the water does. So I have to build a base that can sustain itself without damaging its stuff, so that metal just has I bleed metal into damage. And then I need to make ventures out into the world, the greater world, to either eventually get out of this place, make the grand escape, or find more metal. And then the question is, what kind of colony do I build? Do I stay at 16 if I'm thinking about making 8 8 on top of 8 here. Probably, right? I probably would need another farm too. I basically would duplicate. If I'm gonna make 16, I basically need to take exactly everything that I have and duplicate it. So another farm, another power thing, probably on a separate circuit with higher gauge wires to future-proof it. A lot to do and a lot of room for things to go wrong. But that's it for tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have my new graphics card and I'll need to play a game that can test the graphics card to see if my computer still has restarting issues. In which case, if it does, I'll need to replace my motherboard and CPU, if not RAM. I don't know. We shall see. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. A lot of you guys coming out and showing support, just hanging out, seeing what my Oxygen Not Included build is about. I think I will make a little Discord room in my my Discord, MrGlasco.tv/Discord. And then I don't know, we can all kind of work together and seeing what kind of ideas are out there, other than, because there's just so many possibilities. Like the way, especially if you look on Reddit, the way some people have like water and gas interacting, and unique ways people make like their own little airlocks, which are more natural. Like mine's a mechanical kind of airlock, where it physically has to vacuum out a room to the point that it's a vacuum, and then I don't even know how to pace the duplicate through it so that they don't just run through it before it vacuum seals everything. I think there are doors. You know what? I think I can make a sensor attached to a door so that the door only works when the sensor senses like a vacuum. That's probably how they do it. Or that's probably how I get my current airlock system to work correctly. But the thing is, there's so much there. I mean, I guess a sensor doesn't require power, but the pumps and the filters do. So the way I'm building things, I feel like are very power hungry. Consumes a lot of power because I got a lot of pumps, I got a lot of filters, and then that sucks up all the power. Then I got to worry about power, blah blah blah. But you know, that's the challenge, to try to figure out how to overcome that stuff. But yeah, appreciate you guys. I will, like I said, I'll be on tomorrow, maybe with Satisfactory, since that was the thing that was crashing my computer the most recently. I'll turn all the graphic settings up, and then we'll see if it runs, see if it crashes, and then I guess I can try to replace my RAM first, even though the RAM that I have is kind of expensive. So do I just go with motherboard? Like, I have brand new RAM in there, so I don't think it's the RAM. It has to be the motherboard or the CPU if it's not the GPU. But we'll see. Appreciate you guys again. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe. Peace. I'm out.